Yeah, I'm Dennis Kleinjan, Chinook, Montana. My great-grandpa was the first to homestead in 1914, and I'm fourth generation. Our kids are fifth generation on the ranch.
And how many acres you got out here?
About 3,000 all told.
What do you raise here?
Cow-calf operation. And then we raise some yearlings for summer grass. And then we lease out a bunch of grass for outside cattle. With the intensive grazing now, we've increased our production, better than doubled what we were running.
I'm Danny Pratt, the district conservationist in Chinook, Montana. We're out at Dennis Kleinjan's ranch, a little bit west of Chinook, Montana, looking at some of his irrigation and grazing system. So with Dennis, we've been working on improving his grazing management, helping him implement some new strategies as far as moving his cattle and rotating them around his operation to efficiently use his grass and keep his grass and livestock healthy and profitable. We've also been looking at his irrigation system, trying to improve the energy efficiency of his pumps and how well his fields irrigate here. So right behind us here, we've got Dennis's home-built pump. It was built by his Uncle Marvin in 1960, he said.
And when Danny was out a year ago, had a guy out and they did a study of all of our pumps and the efficiency, and the one that Uncle Marvin built was the most efficient of all 4 pumps he checked.
But also here we've got irrigation on both sides of the Fort Belknap Canal behind us, so we can combine 2 pump stations with 1 siphon tube, and that's kind of what we're been exploring and looking at here. So with the grazing systems, Dennis has implemented on his own a little bit more of an intensive grazing rotation, where he's rotating every few days, 4 to 5 days on the average. And we've been looking at doing some more quantitative measurements and providing some technical assistance on how well that's working.
The intensive grazing means you go in with large numbers for a short period of time. You go on and off with them. And like I say, you eat half, leave half, so that it's a lot faster grow back. And then for next year, it makes a huge difference in what comes next year, how quick it comes in the spring and everything. The numbers of cows I'm running on the acres is really good.
Dennis has been really great. Outside of even the formal NRCS programs of EQIP and CSP, we've done some pasture management workshops out here. It's been really nice to have somebody who understands what NRCS does, that can kind of share that with other people in the community and say that they've got some benefit from working with us. The really neat part about getting to work with partners like Dennis on coming from the NRCS perspective is that we have a very unique opportunity to show people how their management does impact the landscape, does impact their bottom line, impacts their neighbors and the communities they're in. My wife has a herd of sheep that we use for leafy spurge control and thistles and weeds and stuff like that. It saves us a lot of money as far as chemical, and there's a lamb crop and a wool crop. But that's all part of, taking care of the land without having to put chemicals and stuff down. And Grandpa homesteaded this, great-grandpa, in 1914, 15 right there. And for him to take care of it the way he did and pass it on to me to have this and to pass on to my kids, it's what it's all about. If we abuse it, there's going to be nothing left.